Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for watching. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use a 3-barrel waver or a beach waver to achieve a beach curl, mermaid wave type look. And I'm also gonna kind of show you how it lasts for a few days and why I love it so much. So if you are interested, definitely keep watching. And of course, if you're new, welcome to the chaos. No, I'm just kidding. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I will link products and stuff in the description box that you could have easy access to. So make sure you do check that out in the description. Let's do some hair. Alrighty, so I typically start with my hair freshly washed and completely dry. And then while my 3-barrel waver is heating up, I'll tell you which one it is in a second, I like to section off my hair a little bit and use my heat protector spray. I mentioned this in my previous hair video. I did a video about how to get big loose curls. I always use a heat protector when I'm about to style my hair with a heat styling tool, so like a flat iron, a curling iron, whatever. So I use the Matrix Heat Buffer Thermal Styling Spray. I will link it in the description along with everything else that I use. And I just kind of go all over. I did this in my last video, so I'll kind of speed this part up a little bit. So once that's done, I wait a couple seconds just for it to kind of settle in and it's not so wet feeling. I use the Revlon, I should have showed you guys this before I turned it on, but I use the Revlon, I don't know exactly what the model is called. I just call it Revlon Beach Waver or 3-barrel waver. I will link this exact one in the description box. I actually first saw this particular waver on Laura Lee's channel. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and I bought this after watching her video on it, and I will literally never use another barrel waver ever again. It's pretty big. Look how big that is. That's big. Sorry if you hear my stomach growl. I'm starving. But I absolutely love this one. Actually, it's made with a lock, so it's really great for storage and travel. So mine's heating up right now. It tells you on the box or the instructions what heat level is good for your hair. So this one goes from 1 to 30. So I'm going in between 20 and 25. I'm going to start sectioning off my hair. Now when I do this style, I'm telling you, I can get away with this style easily 3 to 4 days without having to wash my hair, without having to touch up. This style will last you several days. I can almost guarantee it, and that's why I like this tool so much and I like this style, is because I've got really long hair and I don't wash my hair all the time. You're not technically supposed to anyway. So, and I work a lot, and not that I don't have time to get ready, but who wants to spend so long getting ready? So this style will save me 4 days of having to do my hair. So I'm gonna start sectioning off. I start with big sections because I don't want the waves to be too tight. I mean, obviously they're gonna be a little bit tighter when you first do them, since they're fresh. I think the first day, not that it doesn't look good, I definitely think it looks good, but I like the way this style looks the second and third day the most. Fourth day is when it's starting to look a little okay girl, you should probably wash your hair. Sorry, there's pieces of my hair in front of my, there we go. So after we're all done, you'll see clips of how it looks over the next few days. All right, so got my sections of hair, and I pretty much just section down the middle, and I try to get 2 even, here we go, sections of hair. I like to clamp horizontally, and I get to as close as my ear as possible without burning myself. And I hold it for a few seconds, move on to the next section. As usual, I have my mirror to the side. And then clampy clamp. Clamp. Boom. Do you see how it's all waved? This reminds me of when you French braid your hair. and you take it out the next day. I used to do that all the time for school, like in middle school and stuff growing up. Even in high school I did it. And into my college years before I discovered this bad boy. So that is what we do. I'm gonna get all the way down pretty much to the end. Sometimes I don't go all the way down to my ends. Like you'll see as we get closer to the top of my hair, I don't go all the way down because you'll see what kind of look it gives, but I like going all the way down when it's like the underneath of my hair. So we take our handy dandy matrix hairspray that I talked about in my last hair video. Again, I'll link this down below in the description, and I spray it. Try to get all of it. And I leave it alone. That's always my secret to all of these styles. When I like do like curls and stuff like this, I leave it alone. So I'm gonna move on to the next section right here, and then we'll move our way up. Right, so bottom section is done. I'm going to take the next section. Again, I take bigger sections because I want the waves to be like big and beachy and not super tight. So this is a lot of hair, as you can see. I don't take small sections, and also it takes less time when you do it this way. Just whack myself in the face, long hair problem. Anyway, so now we're gonna continue on just like we did with the bottom section. Oh my gosh, I have so much hair. I'm so surprised sometimes. Sometimes like so much of my hair falls out in the shower, and then I'm like, oh, still got plenty left. Okay, all right, so again, I'm taking like a big chunk. Take my waver, and I'm going as close to my scalp as possible without burning myself. Please be careful. I can't remember if this came with heat gloves. I really can't remember. When you click on the link in the description for this hair tool, I think it'll say like what it comes with and stuff. Something of mine recently came with a glove. I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was this, I don't know. But I, like, to each their own, I just don't like the heat gloves. I don't feel like I can, like, feel what's going on. And I've been doing my hair long enough to where, like, I don't think I need it. But if you're, like, scared or you're, like, a first timer or just not good with these tools, you should probably wear one. Because burning sucks. I actually burned my ear the other day, which is so funny. Because I'm like, I've been doing my hair long enough. I should know better. But I wasn't paying attention, and I was watching YouTube, and I burned my ear. All right, so I'm gonna do this section. I'll kind of fast forward it so that you guys can see. All right, so this is where we're at right now. I took the next section down of my hair. This is really much like all that's left. I didn't take as thick of a section just because I know my hair, and as I get closer to my scalp, smaller sections tend to look and stay better. So they're still not like thin sections. They're still pretty thick, just probably not as thick as what I just did. So I'm gonna take the back section, and again, I'm gonna get as close as I can without obviously hurting myself. And I'm pretty much just gonna do the exact same thing as I've been doing this entire time. And you'll see as I get to the ends of the more top sections of my hair, I tend to kind of leave the ends out. Sometimes, like that one's kind of like gross looking, so I'll do a little bit of it at the bottom. But sometimes I do like to leave the ends out a little bit. Just one, it's not so damaging, and two, sometimes I like that look of like, I don't know. I like that look of like my ends not completely done. I don't know why, I just do. Sometimes. All right, so I'm taking this section, and then we will move on to this side. We are getting down to the final part. My hair naturally splits like slightly off center, so that's where I end up styling my hair all the time, is like kind of down the middle but like a little bit off center, so that you know, no matter what side my hair wants to wake up on the next day, like I could just flip it back and forth. So here's the last section of my hair. You'll see it's a lot thinner, the section, than the other ones. Like I said, that's because just one, I think our hair gets a little less up at the top. But two, I like smaller sections for the top, and you'll see kind of how I separate. So kind of like half and half. Actually, it doesn't always work out that way. I'm really glad it is, though, for the sake of this video, because I was like, sometimes my hair likes to just be annoying. So I go really close, again, as close as possible without burning myself. All right, so here is the front. I'm gonna take it just like I normally would. I just try to be a little bit more careful. I try to get it as exactly as horizontal as possible. Sometimes the front pieces like to go in like sideways, and then, I don't know, the curl like comes out weird. So I hold it for like enough time, but I try not to do too long just because like my front pieces get the most heat for some reason. I'm always like touching them up. Okay, so this is what one side looks like completely done. I'm gonna show you what I do to kind of like get everything in place once I complete this side. Okay, so I scooched back a little so you could see like the final, before the final, basically. So this is what it looks like all done. So typically at this point, I will be like doing my makeup and like letting it settle. Since I've already got a full face on, I just like waited like 10 minutes before I came back on camera. And I kind of shake it out. I don't like it to be this tight. So what I normally do, and I did this in my last video, I flip my head upside down. Excuse the party from here up, laid back from here down. So I just like to, I don't run my fingers through it, but I kind of like pick through it. Just to loosen it up. My handy dandy little mirror. Boy, woo! So this is what it looks like. I feel like when it looks like this, you know when you used to like brush out like Barbie's hair, and if she had like a curl, like this is what it would look like. So this is what it looks like at this point. So normally I will wear it to the side when it's like this, only because like when it's in the middle, I feel like it looks kind of weird the first day. So I'll part it to like either side. What side do I want to do today? Well, I kind of like that side. I don't know. My hair changes like the weather constantly. Okay, I think I'll do that side today. So I will then spray. I just love hairspray. In my last video, someone commented and they were like, you use a lot of hairspray. I'm like, and I have a lot of hair. So. Ooh, that's cute. I'm gonna scooch in so you can see. So there you have it. That is how I use, or to use, a beach waver or a 3-barrel waver to get beach curls, beach waves, mermaid waves, however you want to call it, this kind of like crimped out curled look. And then as you saw, it kind of like loosens up as the days go on and kind of gets that more like boho type look, which I love the most. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the new year. Again, if you are new, please like, subscribe, and comment. I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to check out those links in the description box. And let me know if you try out this waver and how it turns out for you. All right, you guys, that's all I got. I will see you next time. Bye. Did I get lipstick on my hand? Yeah.